would do the challenge himself. And he took more time to address what he made of all this.
E muitas das vezes eu sou mais rápido que os jogadores e mais leve, né? E acaba fazendo a falta. O juiz está ali para isso. Né? Você acha que eu quero ficar sofrendo falta toda hora? Não, porque dói, machuca. Depois dos jogos eu fico fazendo gelo 4, 5 horas, é complicado. Só que quem não entende disso, quem não viveu isso de verdade, nunca vai saber.
You've all experienced it, boys?
What's it like?
Well, you don't ice yourself for 4 or 5 hours.
Who does that?
Because
Have you ever?
the ice gets, after about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes max, you need to have a break and go somewhere, so that's nonsense. He does get some painful challenges, but the ones we saw in the World Cup were not, particularly the one in the Mexico game, where there was a little, and technically it was a red card.
Yeah, a stomp.
But it wasn't, it wasn't enough to roll around. So I think it's quite fun that the actual kids themselves are now actually taking the fun out of him. And he, let's hope it's an antic-free season at PSG.
There is going to be pressure on him, isn't it, to try and address his critics. And we talked about him with his shoe balanced on the head and the other sort of things. Now, surely it's a case of buckling down.
Well, it should be. Listen, it is funny. The videos are funny. But the truth is that what you really want to be remembered as? You know, this is a guy who wants to be, or certainly, I think, moved to PSG to be the #1 player in the world. He's making himself into a clown. He's going to be the #1 clown in the world instead of the best player. When you've got kids and every generation making fun of what you do on the field, we're not talking about scoring goals or making chances or carrying yourself with dignity. We're talking about turning yourself into a clown.
Look, good for him for embracing this. The video with the kids, it shows another
He's
side
not
to him.
embracing
But
it.
he's
He's
using
trying to
it.
smear over
he's
it
using
to
it. But
try and get rid of it.
Here's
He's
the thing.
embracing
Here's the
it.
thing, Stevie. You said he went to PSG to be the best player in the world. For the first time in his career, since he left and he went to PSG, there is adversity. There is, you are no longer the best player, maybe not even on our team.
And what's he
All of a
doing?
sudden, Kylian Mbappe is overtaking him, and I think he's talked about being faster and lighter than everybody. That's why he gets fouled. No, because he wasn't 100% of the World Cup, because he couldn't do that. He was all of a sudden on the ground with the theatrics, rolling around, and now he sees his teammate overshadowing him. I think this is an act of a petulant child. This is him lashing out. When you look at all of a sudden, everything I do is news. Look at me. Why me? Why me? It's like it's like Balotelli. Why always Mario? Now he's got this attitude. Why Neymar?
If he's bright enough, right? If he's bright enough, the way to get round this is to go the opposite way, because the more he rolls, the more the antics, the more the gamesmanship, the more the clown scenarios, the more of a target he becomes. So it only hastens to add to the aggression of the defenders, midfielders, or opponents, because you're going to want to nail him every time. If he can go the opposite way and start toughening himself up and roll his sleeves up and ride the challenges and pick himself up when he's not seriously injured and look people in the eye, he's got a much better chance. He's got a much better chance of showing players that he can beat them that way, because you certainly won't beat them by rolling around. You'll only incense them, and that's going to make it more difficult.